What if Atlantis isn't just a myth, but a real place we haven't recognized yet? And what if the tool that finally cracks the mystery isn't a submarine, but an algorithm? Tonight, we're not doing fan fiction. We're following real discoveries, real tech, and the real reasons Atlantis has stayed unsolved. For over 2,000 years, Atlantis is one of the most famous lost places in history, yet also one of the most disputed. But something has changed in the last decade. We now have AI that can spot patterns humans miss in satellite images, in sonar data, and even in ancient texts. So the question isn't just, is Atlantis real? It's this: if it was real, could AI help us find it? Atlantis comes from one main source. Plato, writing around 360 BC, he describes a powerful island civilization beyond the Pillars of Hercules that supposedly sank in a catastrophic event. Here's the problem. Plato might be recording an older oral tradition, or he might be telling a philosophical story, basically an ancient what-if scenario about hubris and collapse. But even if Atlantis was inspired by something real, an eruption, a flood, a destroyed city, then AI becomes incredibly relevant, because AI thrives on messy, incomplete clues. AI doesn't detect Atlantis. What it does is detect patterns, shapes, alignments, anomalies, human-made geometry. Across huge datasets, researchers have used machine learning to scan satellite imagery and identify potential archaeological sites, especially in desert regions, where structures hide under sand. LiDAR has revealed massive hidden structures, especially in Mesoamerica, by stripping away vegetation. In a digital model, now at AI, it can classify features faster, flag anomalies, and map possible roads, terraces, and foundations. At scale, think about that. We already proved entire cities can vanish, not underwater, but under trees, in the ocean. Sonar and multi-beam mapping generate enormous amounts of data. AI can help detect shipwreck-like geometry and unusual seafloor structures faster than teams of humans staring at screens. And this matters, because if Atlantis, or an inspiration for it, was coastal and later submerged, the best clues might be underwater. Here's the reality. AI can point to candidate locations, but it can't tell you the date something was built, who built it, what language they spoke, or whether Plato's description matches. To confirm an ancient civilization, you need archaeology, artifacts, stratigraphy, carbon dating, inscriptions, tools, architecture, context. AI helps you find needles, but humans still have to prove what the needle is. One of the most credible inspirations for Atlantis is the Thera eruption, one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history. It devastated the region and likely contributed to the decline of the Minoans. Does that mean Atlantis was Santorini? Not exactly, but it's a real catastrophic event that matches the kind of cultural memory that can turn into legend. Another idea places Atlantis near southern Spain, around marshlands that may have been hit by ancient tsunamis. What makes this interesting is that remote sensing sometimes reveals circular or rectilinear formations, exactly the kind of thing people associate with Plato's rings. But a circular shape in the mud is not a city. Nature makes circles too. AI can help by comparing thousands of natural formations against known human-built patterns and ranking what's most likely artificial. You've probably seen the Bimini Road, underwater stones that look like a man-made path. It's one of the most viral Atlantis claims. Here's what AI would do differently. It would combine visual pattern detection with geological context, because a straight line doesn't equal a civilization, especially if natural processes can produce similar formations. A perfect Atlantis investigation needs two things: AI that finds patterns, and experts who can explain them. The Rikat structure in Mauritania looks like something out of Plato. Massive rings. It's also become a popular Atlantis candidate, but it's widely explained as a geological formation, not a submerged city. It's the perfect example of why Atlantis is hard. Humans are pattern-finding machines. AI is too, unless we train it carefully. If a serious team wanted to use AI to hunt for an Atlantis-like lost site, the workflow would look like this. Define criteria from the text without forcing it. Gather datasets, satellite imagery, bathymetry, seafloor maps, sonar scans, ancient coastline reconstructions, known settlement databases, Train models on known sites. Run the model to generate candidates. Human review and field verification. The big win isn't AI finds Atlantis tomorrow. The big win is AI helps us find unknown sites. And some of those might explain where Atlantis came from. So can AI find Atlantis. Not by itself, but AI can absolutely help us find the kinds of lost places that turn into legends. Submerged ports, drowned coastlines, buried cities, and patterns we've missed. 4 generations. And if Atlantis was a real event, an eruption, a flood, a collapse, AI might not find the city, but it could find the evidence that the story was born from something real. Now I want to ask you, if Atlantis was real, what do you think it was? And what kind of proof would convince you? Drop your theory in the comments.